there's no common theme between them, but what I've tried to do is link them together. Occasionally those links are a little bit tenuous, but hopefully you'll forgive me that. The first thing that I love is a song. It's by Roxy Music and it's called Oh Yeah. I love this song because it just has a really gorgeous mood to it, kind of melancholy. It's a mood that Roxy Music do extremely well, and I do love Roxy Music as a band, obviously not really in existence anymore. Roxy Music also lent one of their songs, More Than This, to one of my favourite films, Lost in Translation. In fact, Lost in Translation is my favourite film of all time, and this is the second thing on my list of things I love. There are so many reasons why I love Lost in Translation. Again, the mood of it is extraordinary. It mixes that melancholy feeling, the loneliness of the main characters, but the fun that they have as well is really heartwarming. Scarlett Johansson is another reason to love that film. I did actually feel like I fell in love with Scarlett Johansson in that film, or just watching it. That sounds really stupid, but there's no need to worry. I kind of fell out of love with her watching some of her subsequent films. One of the great things about that Lost in Translation is the ending, and the feeling that you get at the end, which is a mixture of happiness, sadness and uncertainty. It's just one of my favourite endings to any film. Another film that I really love that has a very similar ending in terms of feeling is Before Sunset. Before Sunset is the sequel to Before Sunrise, and together these again are kind of two of my favourite films. I really think that everyone should watch them. Before Sunset ends with a song, and it's a song sung by Nina Simone, and that brings us neatly to the third of the things I love, which is Nina Simone. Nina Simone is one of the greatest artists of all time, in my opinion. Her voice is just extraordinary, and her kind of musicality is unparalleled. She has the full range of emotions to her music. She can make me feel pretty much any emotion, depending on which song I'm listening to. One of my favourite songs by Nina Simone is called I Want a Little Sugar in My Bowl. This song was actually featured in an episode of The Wire, I think in season 1. And The Wire is number 4 on this list of things I love. One of the greatest TV shows of all time. Just stunningly made, stunningly acted, amazing writing, amazing stories. It's virtually perfect. The only show that I think rivals it in terms of achievement is The West Wing. Now, the way that we list is from The West Wing. One of my favourite episodes of The West Wing, which is a Christmas episode, and I think it's the Christmas episode of season 2, features Yo-Yo Ma playing cello. And cello is the 5th thing on this list. I play cello, and I love my cello. It's very, very dear to me. I've had my particular cello now for somewhere around 14 years, and I would never be without it. One of my proudest achievements with the cello was playing in my local county youth orchestra, and one year we recorded a CD of Rachmaninoff's Second Symphony, which brings us to the next on my list of things I love, Rachmaninoff. I recommend Rachmaninoff as a starting point for anyone who wants to kind of get into classical music, and the Second Symphony is a good place to start, actually. Rachmaninoff's tunes are amazing. He has lush, incredible tunes in pretty much everything he writes. And so, while we're on the subject of tunes, what I like to do, one thing that you can do with great tunes, is mix them. And this brings us to the next on my list of things I love, which is my pacemaker. Now, pacemaker is this thing that I'm holding right here. It's essentially an MP3 player that can mix tracks. So it has 2 channels, which you control by pressing these 2 different buttons. So that's that channel. So what you can do is load a track, start it playing, and then go to the second channel and load another track. What you can do with that second track is match the beats. So you can search on here using different methods, i.e. beats per minute. So you can have those two tracks playing at the same time.